So let's take action. Let's start off with some exercise to boost your human growth hormone. We want to really get that fired up so that we keep ourselves looking young and feeling young. So long periods of aerobic exercise really aren't suggested, especially as our cortisol levels can be hoiked at this, and we're trying to sleep well. So we want to do exercise that's going to promote sleep and human growth hormone. So let's have a look. We need to do some short burst exercise. So we call that HIIT, high intensity interval training exercise. So maximum of 20-minute sessions, 3 to 5 times a week. And these can be things like, so you do 30 seconds really high impact something, and then you have 10 seconds or 20 seconds off in between. We do this kind of exercise in my classes in Derby all the time, and we can intervene. You can do weights with it if you wanted to, or you can do body weight, you can do high impact knee exercise, all sorts of things you can do. And the other kind of exercise which will help to boost it is weight bearing. So things like going to the gym and doing a gym session with some weights. You could do HIIT with weights. You could do Pilates, yoga if it's strong with your arms. And the other thing is to start to look at your stress level. So meditation, giving yourself some downtime within this busy life that we lead can be absolutely crucial to boosting that human growth hormone, getting yourself a good night's sleep. I definitely recommend that you build some kind of meditation or time out into the day. Next thing you need to do is to look at your food. Now, I'm all for a healthy diet, food always first, but there are certain foods that just keep cropping up all the time. I know we're talking about sleep now, but these foods also crop up for the ladies that want to lose weight round the middle, the ladies that want to have more energy, the ladies that want to sleep better, obviously. They keep coming up to the foods to avoid, and really they're not healthy. These foods can toxify your body and lead to all sorts of diseases that you don't want in the future. If you want to avoid diabetes, these foods should be avoided. So they just keep cropping up. So we're talking alcohol, sugar, coffee, tea, processed foods. They're all going to make our body more stressed. They're actually going to make it more inflamed and stressed. So when we talked about that stress earlier, this also is part of that. Not just being busy makes you stressed. Making your body inflamed also stresses it out. It has to work harder at getting rid of all of these toxins. Let's face it, alcohol is a poison. It is poisoning your system, and your liver has to work hard to get rid of that very quickly. So if you find that the alcohol, you try and drop that off. So I always say the first two things to do for food for ladies that are struggling with their sleep is drop away the alcohol and any tea and coffee, because tea and coffee are stimulants. The caffeine in there will stimulate your body, will wake you up, it will make you feel more awake. So that's why people have it in the morning. But generally these days we're in a coffee culture and we're having it all day and sometimes night as well. And it's just too much for your body. It's stressing it out, and therefore it won't relax at night. I know for myself, if I have a coffee at night or tea at night, I don't sleep as well. My quality of sleep is definitely compromised. Now I tend to just have one coffee a day, and it's in the morning, but after I've drank water, so that my body is cleaned out before we have it, so it's more able to metabolize it. Sugar also, again, makes the body inflamed. Inflammatory body is stressed. Stressed body doesn't sleep. And many processed foods have lots of additives in them, added sugars, artificial sweeteners, things like that. Again, going to stress the body and therefore not give you the best night's sleep that you need to have. So here's some sleep foods that actually promote better sleep. So tryptophan is the nutrient in the food that we want to be looking at, because this then triggers the melatonin, which obviously then triggers your serotonin, which will give you a better night's sleep. And tryptophan, here's some foods, bananas, we've got almonds, so any kind of nuts, we've got protein, and Cherry juice, interestingly, although I haven't found where I can find that from. Dairy products that have high protein, so I would suggest yogurt, and interestingly, honey. Now, tryptophan works best if you have it with carbohydrate, so bread, pasta, rice, and potato carbohydrate. They work together and they will release that tryptophan better into the system, therefore release the melatonin. So a nighttime little snack is not a bad thing. So I would suggest something like a whole grain piece of bread with some cheese in it. You know, that would be a nice little cheese sandwich just before you go to bed. Or you could have peanut butter on a piece of toast. You know, don't go crazy, don't have loads of it. If you want to lose weight as well, if that's one of your goals, you know, you don't want to go over the top with this, but do have something protein based, tryptophan based, and mix it with some carbohydrate. So you could have a cracker, for instance, or a banana sandwich. So I'm going to put at the side of this presentation a little video about your sleep sanctuary. This is me talking my way through my bedroom, but it's really important that you have a place in your house that you can find time for you to de-stress, to chill out, to zone down, and to have, you know, it's a basic need to have that in area in your life that you can go to. It's like a little retreat area, sanctuary. And there's certain things you can do in your bedroom that will make and promote a good sleep. Now, I'm not saying if you do all these, you're guaranteed to have a good night's sleep, but you know what? Anything's worth a try if your sleep is compromised at the moment. So have a look at that video at the side of this presentation. Now, as I say, I always go food first all the time. Good, clean, healthy foods that make your body functional. But sometimes supplements are needed as well. And especially if we get over 40, you know, our bodies are depleting of many nutrients that we probably need more of at this time, changing time of our life. So one of the key king supplements for sleep is magnesium. Now, the reason why you might need magnesium anyway is that magnesium is not found as readily in food anymore, because the food that we eat from the supermarkets, fruit and vegetables, which is where you would normally get magnesium, are not having the amounts that we should. And the reason is that they are over farmed, and the farmers have put lots of pesticides on the ground to make their food grow plentiful, but sadly the magnesium has been taken away because of that. So magnesium does many things, functions in over 300 functions in the body, but what it can do is help the body and muscles to relax, and this is where we're looking at for the sleep. We want you to be completely relaxed as you get to bed. So magnesium, I take it as orally. I just take 1 tablet a day, although you can take up to 3. If I'm feeling particularly stressed, I do take 3 so that I get a better night's sleep. But you can also take it in a spray form, and this can be more agreeable to the body because it actually gets into your body quicker. And so you can get that on the internet, and you can spray it on your big muscle areas. So maybe around the neck and shoulders is an area that you feel more stressed, or your thighs, knees, wherever. And then, yeah, this really does work. I've used this quite a lot, especially if I've had a heavy workout. Vitamin D, another vitamin that is, you know, quite well known now in the UK for people to be quite deficient in this, and it's sunshine vitamin, but of course in the northern hemisphere we don't get that much sun. So vitamin D can help. Valerian, I've not actually taken that, but that's one of the known supplements. And vitamin B complex. So when your body's stressed through exercise, eating the wrong foods, generally busy, all of those areas will stress you. Vitamin B, which is a water soluble vitamin, is actually depleted in the body. It's the first thing that stress works away your vitamin B. So you need to have that every day. I take again a supplement of that. Omega-3, these are the good fats. They can help the body to decrease the inflammation that you may have given it through whatever. And lavender oil is really lovely to use in a a burner, or you could put a little bit on a tissue in your bedroom. Helps you to relax. So pre-sleep, very important to get this routine right. 90 minutes before, so that's one rhythm of your circadian rhythm. In the ideal world, we'd like you to have no technology, no artificial light, so that take away all the laptops and phones, don't have a television in your bedroom, use this time for you. Take a warm bath maybe, or take this time to download your mind in a little book or something. I actually find this is one of my pre-sleep routines. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's folding washing. I find it very therapeutic. It's just time out. I'm just folding. It's quite sort of therapeutic and soporific uh, function, and also it's a job that needs doing. So do something that takes you away from anything that's stimulating you. No alcohol if possible. Alcohol does make you sleep initially, but then you wake up about 2 to 3 hours later. So that's a little routine you could do before you sleep if you have time. So yes, all the things that we've talked about in this presentation, we talk about at length in our Healthy Mind and Body for the 40 Plus Woman online program. And this opens up every 12 weeks. We get a new intake and we talk about all sorts of subjects. So if you have any other problems about sleep, please do not hesitate to contact me and ask me some specific questions, and we'll take a step-by-step program to help you to get and feel more energized in your life after 40.